In association with Grendel Records and Rockwater Entertainment, WSHUG 108 presents...
Welcome to Espresso Talk with your radio madame, Miss M, and her co-host,
Shug White.
We can make it, baby. Me and you.
Right?
Radio.
And we're back, Sugar White. Thank you for being
Yes,
here.
thank you very much. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me as a sidekick.
Thanks for coming back.
A sidekick.
Thanks for coming back to the
Now,
show.
you were saying we were talking about divas. Now, you said, what did you say?
What would you call them? Wouldn't you call a male diva a Devo? You remember the band?
Of course I remember that.
That was one of the first bands you loved, isn't it? You told me
that.
that.
Was my father. My father gave me the tape cassette.
Tape cassettes.
Yeah.
That's how old we are.
Yeah. Kid,
The kids today know what
millennials
cassettes
won't
are.
know what I'm talking
They won't
about.
even know what you're talking
a
about.
tape cassette.
That's foreign language to those kids.
It's a dead format, they say. It'll be back. But I don't know if I'd want to disrespect Devo by calling male divas Devos, but
Are we not men? We are Devo.
we are Devo.
We are Devo.
It's no disrespect to Devo.
But that was
it's
the
just a
first-
question.
It's just a question.
If it's a female diva, then Devo would be a
Yeah, they
male
had no
form.
affront.
Maybe
They
that's
had-
what they meant by that.
They were trying not to be aggressive.
But I think it actually is short for Devolution.
De-evolution.
De-evolution.
De-evolution
Because they
of
used to de-evolve
De-evolve.
on the stage, remember?
But I
saw Devo
yeah.
live
You did see Devo
in like
live. What was-
1983, I want to
Wow,
say.
what was that like?
That was crazy. They had the cones on their head, the red cones.
They had the flower
and the
pots?
yellow suits. You know, they used to wear those.
They were yeah. They
The
were
yellow fishermen. They look
Yeah.
like fishermen.
Yeah.
Like the fishermen, you know.
What you mean, like the raincoats?
Yeah, like the yellow slicker.
Mark Mothersbaugh.
They were like a suit, but it looked like a suit.
And
It
they
was
were
like
all uniform.
They all and they would ride on the floor, like roll around the floor. I was 12. I was like 13 years old. I was like, what am I seeing? Right now?
13. You saw
That was my
Devo.
I saw lots of concerts.
How
when
did
I
you see Devo at 13?
Because I used to be an usher at the theater called the Fox
They
Theater.
let you be an usher
When
at
you
13.
back in the day, they did.
Oh yeah.
Me and
that's
my
right.
friends.
That was before the age
We were
limit.
considered the smart kids, so they let us usher.
So you were usher.
Somebody hooked us up. I can't
Which
remember.
place was this?
The Fox Theater in Atlanta, Georgia. It's a historic
That's
theater in
amazing.
Atlanta, Georgia.
That's amazing. So you saw Devo.
I saw Devo,
And
Joe
they had-
Jackson. I saw Prince over there.
You saw Prince.
I saw the B-52s over there.
Did they make you wear
the
purple?
Go-Go's.
When Prince was there as an usher?
No.
Oh,
You just
yeah,
had to
you
wear
got
white,
this- you got
black
this.
pants and a white shirt and a black vest.
That's hot.
You know, sort
Was
of
he
like when
suggestive?
I worked in the movie theater, I had to wear the same thing.
He
But
was always suggestive.
You know, one time I forgot to wear my black pants. I was wearing
What they have you wear?
black jeans and Mr. LaFont. He owned the theater
Mr.
there.
LaFont.
Of LaFont Terra Theaters.
LaFont.
He was
what
the
theater?
owner, George LaFont.
George LaFont.
George LaFont.
His name-
He owned LaFont Terra Theaters, and
What
he
did he
said
look
to
like?
me, he was from New York. He was like me.
Yeah.
He was a Jew. What can I say? Not trying to be racist. When
You
you
can't
when
be
you're a
racist
Jew,
when you
when
are
you're
one.
a Jew, you can call somebody
You
else a
can't be
Jew.
racist. You
When
can't-
you're a Jew, you can call somebody else
Yeah,
a Jew.
yeah,
Anyway,
you're not
he
anti-Semitic
says
if
to
you
me,
are
he says,
Semitic.
Molly,
Semitic.
he says, Miss M, he says, don't you know you're not supposed to wear denims to work? That's what he called
Plural.
them because I was wearing black jeans.
He
They
said
were
it
supposed-
plural.
and I had been promoted to the box office from the concession stand.
Right.
From the concession stand.
Right.
And then I got promoted to the box office, but you had to wear black pants
Were you wearing
and a white shirt and
Wait,
a black vest.
Were you wearing the denim in the box office?
Yeah, so you couldn't even see my pants. So I
couldn't
didn't
even see
see
it. Why did he
what the
care?
big deal. Because that's just how George LaFont was.
You could wear boxer shorts.
George
behind the box
LaFont did
office.
not like rule breakers.
He did not like denims.
He did not like black denims. He
Why
wanted-
was it plural?
I don't know why. I don't know why. I always wondered that. That's why it's stuck in my
You
head
can
all
wear
these
boxer shorts in the
stuck
box
in my
office.
head all these many years.
It's even called box office. They should let you wear boxer shorts.
What does it matter what you're wearing on your bottoms?
It doesn't matter.
I had the flare.
Yeah, as long as the
We used
top
to have
is,
to wear the flare,
Yeah.
you know, the buttons and
as long as
everything.
the top is flare.
We need to talk about your flair.
The LaFont Terra Theater, you know.
So
that's,
you saw Prince there
yeah, it's all printed the Fox Theater.
and the B-52s.
That's right, Joe Jackson.
Just stepping out.
Oh, Flock of Seagulls. So that's why I'm
Oh.
always been a big fan of the
I ran
80s
so
music.
far away. You saw all these
I
bands.
saw all the
there.
80s bands, Stray Cats.
Unbelievable.
All
You
the
saw
bands.
What about you? So where did you see the Misfits at?
Oh, that was another
Is that the Masquerade?
years ago in Atlanta. There was a punk club
Masquerade?
there was a punk club called the Metroplex.
Is that the one that burned?
They burned down. It was an old
burned
warehouse.
down.
It looked like it was about to fall over any second. And it was covered in graffiti on the outside.
So you saw.
Because in my youth, I was a bit of a punk rocker, if you can believe it. And I know you were too, Shug.
I still am.
We've
It's
talked
my
about
fault.
this.
It's my problem.
We've talked about this
That's my
before. That's
problem.
why we're friends. Right?
That's right.
Right? Right?
Wow, we're
That's
partners.
why we're partners.
A little bit of punk in there.
We got the punk rock history.
We
We got
do.
the punk rock in our book. Once you go punk rock, you can never go back.
You can never go back.
Even though you listen to all kinds of other different
Once you
kinds
go punk, you're sunk.
I listen to all kinds. I just heard today that Sade was coming to town.
When does Sade come?
Soon, in a week or two, where the tickets
To
are.
which club?
The tickets are insane.
To which place?
Phillips Arena in Atlanta,
Oh, that's
Georgia.
a big arena.
I know, and I just looked it up, and even the nosebleed seats are like $100
For a nosebleed?
For the nosebleed.
How much is the down low?
Those are sold out
They sold the down low
already.
Who wants to go to the nosebleed?
I don't know.
I'd love to see Sade,
I'd
but I don't
love
want
to
to
see
be all the way.
Sade in Atlanta,
Not in the sky
but
though.
not
I don't
in
want
the
to be in the
sky.
sky.
If I go to a show, then I got to be close up.
you gotta be close to this.
These days, I'm too old. I'm too old, and I don't want to
Well,
fall
it's
down the
like-
stairs. But you know what? I still like to dance.
I still like to dance.
I still like to dance.
But all
you know,
these kids though, we saw Iggy
these
Pop.
kids today, they don't even know how to mosh anymore.
Remember we saw Iggy Pop and we saw Dinosaur
saw-
Jr.
we
and then there was
saw-
all those
we
14-year-old,
did.
16-year-old kids trying to dance and they. You know, I
I thought you was gonna have to punch somebody in the face.
I know. I didn't have a problem with slam dancing before, but the older I get,
I
don't
thought
wanna
I was gonna punch somebody
Can
in
I
the
just
face.
stand here and watch the show, please? I don't want to move. And this little
kid, this little
this little
25-year-old.
millennial bastard next to me, he was with his girlfriend, like, and I'm trying to hold on to the gate so I can watch Iggy
Oh,
Pop.
I think I was
and they
holding
kept
on to you
pushing
at
me
that
off the
point.
gate.
I think I was holding on to you
Well,
at that
they
point.
put us on a hill.
We was on a hill, but it was a great show.
Why would you put it flat here, and then all of a sudden
It was a kind of a weird setup
it was hilly heading to the stage, so you would fall backwards.
in East Atlanta, right
It
at the
was-
Pabst
yeah,
show.
at the
Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Pabst Blue Ribbon.
But that was a good
Festival.
show, though. That
That was
Iggy
the
Pop.
next- that
That
was
you
the
know,
best
he's in
show
his
ever.
70s now.
That was the best show ever.
Iggy Pop is in his 70s.
We caught him before retirement.
But he still got it. He was dancing
Yeah,
around
oh,
the
yeah,
stage.
that was the most amazing.
That
thing
was an
ever.
amazing
He was right
performance.
in front of us.
I could have
Right-
touched him.
Singing.
I could have reached out and touched him.
Singing "Search and Destroy" right in front of us.
Right
I got
up-
it on tape.
Got him, boy.
I know. We cried
It's
like,
like catching-
we cried like babies.
Had to cry.
I was
It's like
Clem.
it was like catching Sasquatch like on tape, like
I
a
was-
real Sasquatch or a unicorn. He's right in front of you.
And you're like, oh my God, Iggy Pop is like right. I could reach out and
you
touch
could have
him.
reached out and touched his
I almost did.
muscly pecs.
He looks good for his
He looks
age.
good for his age.
He's 70-something years old.
he's
He's got,
hosey.
but you know, he's got little babies. He's got like little
the
kids.
guy doesn't stop making.
And he's got a beautiful young wife. I've heard.
I've heard his private region is like
I've heard that.
it's over a foot.
I've heard that.
It's over a foot.
I've heard that. Maybe
Over a
that's
foot.
why him and David Bowie were such good friends.
Why is that?
Because I've heard that about David Bowie.
No, I think that's all.
Well, maybe it's rumor. I don't want to get into. I don't want to offend.
I believe that's all.
I don't want to
buckets.
offend. David Bowie is God, as a god, if
Yeah,
you, as far as I'm concerned.
I will love him.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
But I always thought that was a rumor.
Maybe, I
never
don't know,
really
but
thought,
well, I've seen pictures of him in a bathing suit. That's all I'm gonna say.
well, yeah,
and a Speedo.
You need two bathing suits. You need two bathing suits for that. That's a.
That's a good one.
He could sing into
That was a good one,
He could
Shug.
sing into that thing.
But I've seen him. I'll show it to you later.
He really didn't need a microphone.
He doesn't even need a microphone.
That was his
microphone. That was a good one, Shug White.
You could use
You
that.
made me laugh,
You
Shug
could
White.
use that on stage.
Okay, I think we gotta take another break.
All right, that's
Miss M needs some more coffee.
Thank you for listening to your radio madame, Miss M, and her co-host, Shug White, on Right Radio, Espresso Talk. Brought to you by WSHUG 108.
In association with Grendel Records and Rockwater Entertainment. You keep listening, we'll keep talking.